What if some of Resident Evil's greatest stories were never told? What if the official reports only reveal part of the truth? Welcome to Umbrella Archives. Here we uncover the forgotten files, untold histories, and hidden moments that shaped the Resident Evil universe. Every episode explores the stories between the games. Today's archive follows the rise of the man who would become one of Umbrella's greatest assets, and ultimately one of its greatest enemies. Long before the Spencer Mansion incident, long before stars, long before the world knew the name Albert Wesker, his destiny had already been decided. This was the day Umbrella chose Albert Wesker. Most people believe Albert Wesker's story began when he became captain of stars. The truth is, it began a few decades before then. Long before Albert ever stepped inside a military academy, his life had already attracted the attention of Dr. Oswell E. Spencer, founder of Umbrella Corporation, visionary to some, monster to others. During the late 1960s, Spencer initiated one of Umbrella's most secretive programs. It would later become known as the Wesker Project. Its objective wasn't simply to find intelligent children, it was to create a new generation capable of leading humanity's evolution. Children with extraordinary potential were identified. Each was given the surname Wesker. Albert Wesker was one of those children. Brilliant, disciplined, ambitious. Even as a teenager, he stood apart from everyone around him. Nothing escaped Umbrella's attention. He excelled academically, he surpassed every physical expectation. And unlike his peers, Albert never accepted limitations. To him, every obstacle existed to be overcome. By the time Albert entered military training, Spencer already knew almost everything about him. His strengths, his weaknesses, his ambitions, even the choices he was most likely to make. Albert believed he was building his future through hard work. He had no idea someone had been shaping that future from the very beginning. One evening, Albert noticed a black limousine waiting. A sharply dressed man handed Albert a sealed envelope, embossed across the front, the Umbrella logo. Inside was a single invitation. Dr. Oswell E. Spencer requests your presence. Nothing more. No explanation, no signature, only a date, a time, and an address hidden deep within the Jarkley Mountains. Albert accepted. Several days later, he arrived at an isolated estate. Escorted through marble corridors, Albert entered an office. Standing beside the window was an elderly man. Without turning around, he spoke. "Albert, I've watched you your entire life." Albert remained silent. The man slowly turned. It was Dr. Oswald E. Spencer, founder of Umbrella Corporation, the architect behind one of the most powerful organizations on Earth. Spencer approached calmly. "Everything you have achieved, every promotion, every success, none of it happened by chance." For the first time, Albert realized someone had been observing him long before they had ever met. Spencer continued, "The world believes exceptional people are born. I disagree. They are created." Then he asked, "If humanity itself stood in the way of evolution, would you hesitate?" Albert answered immediately, "No." For the first time, Spencer smiled. "Excellent. Then the Wesker Project has exceeded every expectation." From that day forward, everything changed. Elite military training, access to the inner circle. It wasn't luck, it was planning. Eventually, Umbrella placed Albert Wesker inside the Raccoon Police Department. Officially, he became captain of stars. Unofficially, he was there to monitor the laboratory and ensure secrets never left the Arklay Mountains. To Spencer, Albert Wesker was the perfect creation. Intelligent, disciplined, completely loyal. But Spencer misunderstood one thing. He taught Albert the importance of power, superiority. He never stopped to ask, what if Albert wanted that power for himself? When the Spencer Mansion incident unfolded in 1998, most people believed Albert Wesker's betrayal began that night. The truth is far more unsettling. His betrayal began the moment Spencer convinced himself he could control the man he created. Umbrella believed it had engineered the perfect servant. Instead, it had created the architect of its own downfall. Thank you for joining me here in the Umbrella Archives. Subscribe for more stories from the world of survival horror. Until next time, remember, the truth is rarely found in official reports. Sometimes, it's hidden within the Umbrella Archives.